step on you and me. So what you doing, boys? Being a happy fun.
Vehicle earlier recovered. The victims saw the offenders. Advised one of them is playing basketball at the Lockett basketball court. Over.
Roger, 201, copy that. We're attending the basketball court.
Roger, copy.
Copy this. The cops don't believe us, they wanna know a name, but we just keep our heads up and nothing to say. What the people know, things fall down if you have to say your name and where you are in town.
Alright fellas, do you know anything about a stolen car that was left a couple of streets away?
No, we don't know anything about it.
Well, we're investigating an offence and we'd like to know who we're talking to.
Yeah, okay, my name is Andy Wilson.
Scotty Jones.
Rick Simpson.
And what's your name, mate? Did you know it's an offence not to provide your name when the police are investigating an offence and you could be arrested?
It's okay, mate. He doesn't normally speak English. It's James Jackson.
When talking to police, it is important to be polite and stay calm.
The cops don't believe us, they wanna know a name, but we just keep our heads up and nothing to say. What we didn't know, the things brought us down if you have to say your name and where you are in town.
Andy, you wanna break in on this house? Nice, right, you can do it yourself around your throat.
Well, let's go. Let's go.
It's all about that house. Hey man, it wasn't me, I was on the prowl. The man who was speaking, the prince in the house. It can be met to mind, we're doing it right now. Don't have to use no words, no way.
You, Andy Wilson? Yeah. Okay, now someone broke into the house near the basketball courts late yesterday afternoon. Yeah, we have some information that you and your mates may be involved. We'd like you to come to the station with us and speak to us about it.
Do I have to?
Oh, well, we're not going to go and arrest you, so you don't have to. But if you decide you would like to tell us anything about that break-in, bring your mother and father down to the police station.
Yeah, I don't know anything about a breaking in. I left my mates to get here for work.
Okay, thank you.
Shit, I thought they were gonna lock me up.
Nah, you only gotta go with the police to the police station if they arrest you.
Don't have to use no words, no more way around. Waiting for my bro to come and sort me out. Feeling shaky, the games you like to play. Don't say a word, have this on the way.
How old are you, Rick?
14.
Okay, because you're only 14 and we're investigating a serious offence, we have to have a parent or guardian sit with you. Who would you like to do that?
My mum.
Okay, give me her number and Constable Anderson, he'll write it down and we'll give her a ring.
89010203. She's at home.
Okay.
Yo.
If police are investigating an offence punishable by 12 months imprisonment or more, the law says you must have someone over 18 with you to be interviewed by the police. This can be your parent, guardian, friend, youth worker, welfare officer or lawyer. Serious offences are stealing, assault and unlawful entry.
Troubles on the way, don't know what to say. You'll have to hack, cold hard facts is out there for you. Don't know what to do.
afternoon. Are you Glenn Smith's mother?
Yes?
Mrs. Smith, we're here to arrest Glenn for unlawful entry. Is he here at the moment?
Glenn!
Hi, Glenn. You're under arrest for unlawful entry. Okay? It's important that you understand you don't have to say or do anything, but anything you say or do can be recorded and used as evidence in court. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to come with us now. Is anyone you want told where you're going?
Yeah, I think it's Mum.
Okay.
I'm just going to get changed.
Okay.
Rick, because your mother can't get here till later, we have Miss Green here to sit here for you. You said that was all right? Is that fine with you?
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Green, do you have any problems being here?
No.
Do you understand you don't have to say anything if you don't want to?
A police officer has an obligation to follow rules during an interview. You must ask if you are tired, make sure you have someone with you, and that you understand what is being said.
Do you have anything you want to tell me?
No comment. I want to talk with the lawyer first.
All right, we'll take a break so you can go and do that, okay?
If you decide you don't want to answer questions, stick with it. Don't answer some and not others. Don't lie to the police, you'll only get in more trouble. Don't be rude, just say no comment to any question you don't want to answer. Remember, you don't have to provide any information other than your name and your address.
Scott, your father's obviously
Can I
here.
speak to a lawyer first?
Yeah, sure. Who do you want us to call?
Lee Glenn.
It's that lawyer from Legal Aid.
Yeah, Scott, look, I'm sorry, mate, but I can't come to the station now. What have you been arrested for?
Unlawful entry to breaking into a house.
Is there a police officer in the room with you now?
Yeah.
Okay, look, Scott, all you've got to do is give them your name and your address, and that's all at this stage, and then you come and see me when they let you out.
But they said the other boys have already dumped me in.
Yeah, look, that doesn't matter right now, mate. Listen, do you want to speak to the police?
No, I'm frightened.
Right, okay, now you put the policeman back on the phone, and I'll tell him that you don't want to talk to him, and then you tell him the same thing, okay?
Once you get to the police station, ask for a lawyer. It is best not to say anything unless you have legal advice. Anything you say to police might be used in a court of law. Remember, you have a right to speak to a lawyer.
Rick, we now have enough evidence to place you before the courts. You've got two options, either to participate in the pre-court juvenile diversion or to go to court. Before we ask you or your parent or guardian, I'll explain both of those processes to you.
You may be eligible for a diversion program if you are under 18, have no prior convictions, acknowledge the offence and are not facing charges relating to a serious offence. You should always ask to speak to a lawyer when you get to the police station. If you take part in a diversion program, you may not have to go to court.
Scoring I can do me, don't have no need. Bouncing be free, that's never gonna be it. Messing with the law, won't do it anymore. I learned my lesson, can't you see? No one believes me. This is just a little commercial. Cop this. Hey, what's coming at me?
Hello, we're looking for James Jackson. Is he staying here with you?
Yes, but he's out at the moment.
Okay. We're making inquiries into a serious offence. When he comes home, can you please get him to contact us?
Sure, I can do that for you.
Okay. We also have here a warrant, okay, to search this house for a stolen DVD player. Okay, and this is a warrant here for me to come in and search the house.
Does that mean I have to let you in?
Yes, it does mean you have to let us in. It's been signed by a magistrate.
Okay then, fair enough.
Yo.
The police can search you or your car without a warrant if they think that you will get rid of any evidence that can help them solve a crime. Police can search you on the street if they think you are carrying anything illegal, like marijuana, alcohol or other drugs. Weapons like knife, metal bars, spear, fighting sticks, chains or rifles.
Okay, you turn this way, come over this way.
Glenn, you've been charged with unlawful entry of a premises at 93 Fern Street, Nightcliff. You're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so, but anything you do say will be taken down in writing and may be given in evidence. Do you wish to say anything?
No.
Okay, Glenn, we're letting you out on bail. This means you can go home with your mother if you can promise to go to court the day after tomorrow. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You make sure you go to court, Glenn, and don't get into any more trouble between now and then. If you don't go to court, the magistrate will issue a warrant for your arrest. We're also putting a $500 surety fee on your bail conditions with your mother as guarantor. Do you understand the conditions?
Yeah. If I don't go to court the day after tomorrow, I've broken the bail condition and I will get arrested and I will have to pay $500.
Mrs. Smith, you can release yourself from the conditions of the bail by calling police if Glenn breaches his bail.
Yeah.
Do you understand the bail conditions at all?
Yes, if Glenn doesn't go to court, then his conditions of his bail will be broken and there'll be a warrant for his arrest and I've got to pay $500.
Okay. Sign your bail forms and you can go home with your mum and don't muck up, Glenn.
If the police give you bail, you will sign bail papers just like Glenn did. This means you agree with the conditions of the bail, that you promise to go to court on the day you're supposed to, that you'll stay out of trouble. If you don't keep your promise, then a warrant will be issued for your arrest and bail will be reconsidered. Check out what happens to Scott.
Hey, what's coming at me? My head's still spinning, trying hard to listen. The words make no sense, not really sure what they meant. Man, it can save me the trouble I made me. Words coming at me, help me see. Why you running, boy? I said I ain't running, cuz I saw you running. Scared of the lights or what? Trouble with the way you don't know what to say or act. They're cold hard facts. Hey, what's coming at me?
Scott, you've been charged with unlawful entry of a premises at 93 Fern Street, Nightcliff. Do you understand that?
Can I have a bail?
No, Scott, you can't have bail because you didn't go to court when you were supposed to, when you were charged with stealing that push bike, and also didn't go to court when you were charged for unlawful entry offences last year.
Well, I forgot. I had to go funeral. Someone should remind me.
Well, you won't be getting police bail, but you can call a magistrate if you like and speak to them.
All right, I'll ring a magistrate for you. You talk to the magistrate.
Hello, Scott. I'm the magistrate. The police tell me you want bail.
Yeah, I just want to go home.
Well, the police told me they don't want to give you bail because you didn't go to court the last time.
I forget. Nobody told me I had to go home for a funeral.
Well, Scott, I agree with the police, and I'm not going to give you bail either.
What's going to happen to me now?
The police are going to take you to a detention centre, and you'll go to court in the morning, where you can speak to a duty solicitor.
Check this out. This is just a little story about a boy that roamed the street. Don't have to use no words. Waiting for my bro to come and sort me out. Feeling shaky, the games you like to play. Don't say a word, happens on the way. Stop this. Stolen knocking to me, don't have no need. Bouncing with me, that's never gonna be it. Messing with the law, won't do it anymore. I learned my lesson, can't you see? No one believes me. Cop this. 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 Why you running, boy? I said I ain't running, cuz. I saw you running. You scared of the lights or what?
Anybody that has trouble understanding English is allowed to have an interpreter, whether they are young or old.
James, Marilyn is here today to act as an interpreter for you. Okay, Marilyn, the reason why you're here today is we believe that James doesn't speak English very well, and we'd like you to interpret for him during this interview. Can you explain to James why you're here?
Maradwal ya ko Maryland ka American rally tiang bala kung gayon na nungo mara ko ma interpreting ya ko tarok wanango na mere.
Speak to lawyer legally.
Yeah. Okay.
He wants to speak to the lawyer legally.
Okay, we'll stop this interview now, and I'll go and ring legal aid lawyer for you, and then after you finish speaking to legal aid lawyer, we'll start this interview again, okay?
Kul ma ngay to dual interview nitong atel yala lang ay to ring map now ko lawyer no Aboriginal legal aid.
Remember, if you don't understand English, you need an interpreter. Ask the police to get you one or ask a lawyer. It is important that you understand what is happening if you are arrested.
Remember, you can make any complaints about the police by telling the ombudsman or senior police, or it's best if you ask a lawyer to help you.
Check this out. This is just a story about a boy, that roamed the streets. Okay, copy this. Minding my own business, stuck with my crew, couple looking out the stuff for you and me. Saying what to do, boys, gonna have fun. Ain't doing nothing, sing with everyone. Cop this. 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 The cops don't believe us, they wanna know our name, but we just keep our heads up and nothing to say. What we didn't know, the things brought us down. If you have to say your name and where you are in town. Hammering the questions all about the house. Hey man, wasn't me, I was on the prowl. Man, you was speaking the place in the house. Hammering questions all about the house. Hey man, it wasn't me, I was on the prowl. The man he was speaking, the prince in the house. It can be met your mind, we're doing it right now. Yo, check this out. This is just a little story about a boy that roamed the streets. Don't have to use no words. Waiting for my bro to come and sort me out. Feeling shaky, the games you like to play. Don't say a word, happens on the way. Cop that's never gonna be it. Messing with the law won't do it anymore. I learned my lesson, can't you see? No one believes me. This is just a little commercial. Hey, what's coming at me? My head's still spinning, trying hard to listen. The words make no sense, not really sure what they meant. Man, it can save me the trouble I made me. Words coming at me, have to see.
Why you running, boy?
I said I ain't running, cuz
I saw you running. You scared of the lights or what?
Troubles on the way you don't know what to say or act. They're cold hard facts. Hey, what's coming at me? Troubles on the way you don't know what to say or act. They're cold hard facts. Helping is out there for you. Don't know what to do. Go. Minding my own business, Duncan my crew. That's how it started. Now my story's true.